Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chemical Reactions. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Juliette.
Shout out to the Chem Squad and Circle of Death. If you're new to the channel and would like to join either side of our subscriber base, click subscribe, pick a side. Simple.
Let us know in the comments what side you're on.
Yeah. Alright, today we are back with School of Metal. And you know, sometimes you guys make it super easy. Like, you know, after each of our School of Metal videos, there's a bunch of comments for which one you should do next week. And it's sometimes nice to see, right? Because from one video to the next, clearly there's a consensus around next video should be this, and then next video should be that. I think based on the comments from Slayer, Raining Blood last week, Pantera Domination live in Moscow was clearly the winner.
And we've been seeing comments for that for a while, too.
Yeah. And what's interesting with Pantera for me, so not unlike Slayer, this is not a band I was necessarily close to growing up. I did hear a bit more Pantera than I did Slayer. The first song I heard by Pantera was actually Walk. I remember I saw the video for that, and I was like, whoa. This is something else, because they were special. They were, especially the video for Walk, right, with Phil Anselmo, like shirtless, spitting in his mic, going crazy. I was like, okay, these guys are special. They're something else. But you know, at that time I was already listening to my good old death metal, so I really didn't explore much further. So it's also one of those bands where I started to hear a bit more of their other songs over time. But Walk was always a bit of a standout for me. I have to admit, we'll see when we started. I am not 100% sure that I've heard Domination before.
Interesting.
We shall see.
I definitely have not heard it.
Yeah, we shall see when we start. I'll let you know if I heard it before. So, and this is actually a live performance. So again, this was the one that was heavily requested. It's live in Moscow in 1991. I believe based on some other requests we received as well, I think this might have been a big concert where Metallica was present as well, because I know we've gotten a lot of requests for Creeping Death live in Moscow in 1991. So it must have been a big show with multiple metal bands. 1991, funny enough, is also the year when the USSR
Soviet Union collapsed.
Yeah.
So this is probably before, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because if it collapsed in December 1991, I mean,
yeah, Moscow in the winter.
We know
pretty cold.
Winter.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. So we'll see. But obviously, you know, the USSR did not fall in a day. It was something that was kind of getting more and more inevitable.
I saw one of the comments on the video, and you scroll down and said the breakdown was so heavy that the Soviet Union collapsed under its weight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And some of those comments on the original videos are pretty funny. Some of your comments are really funny too. All right, so as always, we'll put the link in the description below if you want to watch it for yourself.
This is called Domination!
Okay, a lot of energy.
Fucking A! Agony is a rise that you have in the air. Domination consumes what it calls you a friend. It's a twisted fall. Vital like steel and manipulate so will to be. And it's hard to say. How soon we forget when there's nothing else left to destroy. It's a useless blood. Your life to see the top hole. And the rising of war. Frozen, snake, torso. Action or something will before. Right. Dominate. Oh, six. Oh, yeah. just a name. It's a battle day. It's race all of vice and he's never demise of your life. With construction blow. Life laser tricks you to it. Pop it to your head. Forcing you to bed. Your life to see. To hurt. And the rising. Oh, wow. No soul. Stare to the sun. Action yourself for real. Before. Go. Dominate. What's up? Oh yeah. What's the tell? The ballroom. The fire. Keep back. Up low. I am the guilty. It's on the rise. Roll.
Okay, first of all, we need to play that part back because I need to try headbanging to that. Everyone always tells me I have good headbanging hair. We need to try it.
All right, which one?
The goes it like da na na like that. I need to try. Oh boy.
All right. Well, that was a good headbanging little workout.
I have to say, the lead singer, his look kind of threw me off a bit because the rest of the band members look super like metal with the long hair and everything, and he kind of looks more like Eminem or the weird cousin at the family reunion.
Yeah, I think he might have been balding a little bit. That might be where it's coming from. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think that might be what's going on. Because I think today he's pretty much bald.
The way he was dressed too, though, with the flannel and like his own band shirt and the shorts and the Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's interesting with Pantera, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm not a Pantera specialist by any stretch, but they started as a glam rock band. Like, think Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Okay.
I think they did like 2 or 3 albums. Again, I'm not sure. So someone knows better. Comment below. But And I have to admit, I've never heard a song from their glam rock era, but think of them in like full spandex,
That's funny.
unitards. That's the way they were initially. And then I'm not sure what happened. Again, I'm sure someone will have better history, but they kind of decided to change their sound. I believe their first heavy album was Cowboys from Hell in 1990, which this track is from. Yeah, Phil Anselmo is a crazy man, right? He's just running around like jumping, karate kicking. He's insane on that stage. And obviously Pantera is also the two brothers, so the two Abbott brothers, both of which actually don't have Abbott in their nickname. So there's Dimebag Darrell on lead guitar, so doing the solo, who's obviously a guitar god. And then there's Vinnie Paul on drums. He's also like very, very good on drums. And tragically, so Dimebag Darrell died, I believe, in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me if I'm mistaken. I think he got shot by a fan at a concert. So yeah, very tragic. And Vinnie Paul died much more recently, I think like 1 or 2 years ago, of heart failure.
Oh.
So, two excellent musicians, who died fairly tragic death at two different moments. So, and story goes, again, I'm no specialist, but story goes that Vinny was crushed after his brother died.
I can imagine.
Didn't want to do music for a while. So, pretty tragic story at the core of Pantera's history there. Or post-history, I think it might be, because I think their last album was like 2000, around there. I'd never actually heard this song before. This was the first time hearing it. This is heavy.
Yeah.
This is very much high energy. It's one of those songs that you cannot not headbang to.
And there's definitely a lot of crazy energy. I can imagine being a Soviet teenager, your country's on the verge of collapsing, and then this band comes in and you're absolutely losing it.
Yeah. That was a lot of people. So clearly that was not December, right? So it was, I would assume, before. It
looks like fall-ish.
Fall or maybe even summer, because Moscow, summer is not that hot. So, for the band
I'm just
members
thrown off by the flannel.
Well, that was the era, right? That was the era of grunge. So,
yeah.
But yeah, wow, that was a great song. I'm glad I discovered this one. Great recommendation, people. That was awesome.
So School of Metal has schooled us both.
Yeah, exactly. Which great way, great way to do a School of Metal when you guys can school both of us, right? Always love to learn some new metal that I'm not familiar with.
Lyrics?
Yeah, let's do a bit of lyrics. Agony is the price that you'll pay in the end. Domination consumes you, then calls you a friend. It's a twisted fall. Binds are like steel and manipulates the will to be. And it's hard to see. How soon we forget when there's nothing else left to destroy. It's a useless ploy. So domination.
Maybe when you want something really bad and then it ends up completely consuming you and you kind of lose your sense of yourself.
Yeah, like the search for power, right? In a way. Your eyes will see the dawn of the day and the writing on the wall, those words that stare into your soul, and to yourself you will befall.
Domination pushed into living hell. Domination.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're probably on the right track, right? So it's, you have so much ambition, you're pushing yourself, and you're not realizing that your ambition is kind of destroying you.
And now Black Tart is reaching out in divinity. Bodies suspended by chains over razors and nails. It's a penalty. Each razor a vice and each nail marks demise of your life. Grim construction grows. Has life played a trick? Sealed you in brick by brick till your end, forcing you to bend.
Yeah, so you become kind of a slave to your own ambition, and you're forced, to change the way you are in order to get there, forcing you to bend. That's
but you see happen a lot when people want something, they are eaten up by it, and oftentimes people who pursue power, I think especially in the modern day, you see that a lot with like CEOs of major companies. They kind of lose their sense of themselves. I've read an article that says that a lot of CEOs of major companies today could be diagnosed as sociopaths because they've kind of lost their own identity and they don't care about anything anymore besides this image of success. Not too lyrically complex, although
pretty short, right? I think it was really a song about one energy to the awesome musicianship and check. I think it's simple lyrics.
It's a song that she writes to put on a show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
not to deliver a
exactly. That was solid. I really like this song. That was a great discovery for me. I'm glad you guys requested it, like I said.
Yeah.
So, should we do Metal Tomatoes?
You go first this time.
I think I would give this one, just given how much energy there was to it, I think I would give this one a solid... You know what? I'm going to go with 94.
I was going to say 92.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I think we agree. Yeah, so much energy. I think that's a song I'm going to go back to for sure. For sure.
Faux shizzle.
For shizzle, my whizzle. Okay. All right, I think we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And you also need to click that little notification bell and all the gambit to know what's up. Comment below, what would you like us to see do next week as far as School of Metal? What's your Metal Tomatoes rating for this song? And any other requests you may have, any other comments you may have about our reaction, anything I've missed or messed up about the history of Pantera, always super helpful to help with my knowledge as well. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Peace.